Hello, doctor. Yes, my name is and I'm a clinical psychologist and psychotherapist, and I'm calling the psychiatric emergency room about a suicidal patient of mine. I've already called 911 and got word that the police and ambulance have picked him up, and he's on the way in restraints. Yes, I can give you some background. He claims to have had a long history of traumatic abandonment, starting in childhood. His parents died when he was young, and he states he was repeatedly passed between foster homes and group homes, and he claims they were repeatedly abusive to him, didn't respect his rights, made him do things against his will, that sort of thing, though personally I suspect his prodromal psychopathology probably paints a more accurate picture. Yes, I know. Well, at least we're offering him more professional boundaries and insight now, so he's lucky for that. Yes, exactly. He's pretty much normal in that sense. Hates the idea of being hospitalized, hates the restraints, etc., etc. No, he clearly can't see it's for his own good. Yeah, I know. I know, yes, he misinterprets caring and respect for violation. He says it triggers traumatic memories. Yes. Oh, and I forgot to mention that he also has psychotic delusions that his state-mandated medications are part of a government conspiracy to poison his body and soul. Side effects? Hold on. Let me look at his notes. I can't remember that. Let me see. Yes. He says he experiences side effects from the antipsychotics. Mainly akathisia. Here, I have it. He says it's, quote, like bugs with sharp, prickly, tickling claws crawling all over the inside of my skin 24/7. Yes, clearly psychotic. No insight whatsoever. I know. It's amazing that people can live with such an absolute lack of insight into themselves. Oh, yes. And it's also, I should add, big-time issues with women. Terrified of them. Claims it's because he believes his mother and a couple of his foster mothers were excessively cruel to him, even sexually so. Though none of them have ever had the chance to speak on their own behalf, so you would have to take what he says with a grain of salt. Good point. Yes, I think it would be a good idea to assign him a female psychiatrist on the unit. It might just help him work through some of his delusions. I'd be curious to see how that goes. Well, thank God at least I could warn you about all this before he came in. And the upside, at least, is that if he hadn't been suicidal, I wouldn't have been able to be so forthright in breaking his confidentiality. Just between us, as professionals. Of course, I would have told you all this anyways, just off the record. Yeah. I know. There are just so few people he can really trust. Yes. I mean, he claims to have a few friends in the residence where he lives, but it's clear that he just over-confides in them and that they over-confide in him. Yes. I know. Yes, they lean on each other far too much and end up just feeding each other's delusions. They call themselves psychiatric survivors. I know. It'll probably be good for him to be away from them for a while. At least a couple of weeks on a locked unit. Yes, of course, if his insurance will pay for it. Definitely. I think it would be best to keep him in isolation for a while. See some of the consequences of his actions. And yes, I would raise his meds, but I just have a PhD, so technically that's beyond my scope of practice. But clearly the cocktail he's on doesn't seem to be strong enough at containing his emotions in his psychotic material. Yes, maybe adding a mood stabilizer would help as well. Probably a benzo, too. Excellent. So I'm glad we're in agreement. Yes. And I would definitely recommend keeping the state outpatient commitment mandate in place when he's released. The last thing he needs is too much control over his existence. I know. Yes, it's definitely hard. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. It means a lot to me. But look at it this way, at least clinicians like you and I can offer each other peer support during times like this. Yeah, I know, doctor. We definitely need it. Yes, well, good luck with him. And feel free to keep me in the loop when he's nearing his release date. Okay, yes. Well, Merry Christmas to you as well. Yes, I know, our bad luck to be working on Christmas. Well, but at least we're getting paid for it.